Hi, it's Sarah here. How's it going? I hope you're having a great day today. We are going to be doing a short talk today on judgments and using the Christ unwinding technique if it is something you would like help with. So how you judge a situation and experience can create a life of hardship or a life of ease, depending on how you judge it. Just to give you an example, I was raped when I was 13. I was a very young 13. It was before I reached puberty. I didn't tell anybody, and then I made a lot of viewpoints about myself and believed that I was then dirty and not enough and not lovable, that kind of thing. In contrast, I met somebody who was about 50 and she'd been raped in that previous year. And in her words, he was desperate, so I gave it to him. So she didn't judge the situation as bad. She just went along with it and she was quite happy. In contrast to me, who had 40 odd years of beating myself up, self-criticism and hardship, that kind of thing. So same experience, we just looked at it in different ways. And so it created a life of hardship for me, but she was quite happy and having a life of ease with hers. If you have a strong viewpoint about something, it is very likely that you have done it in another life and you need to forgive yourself for it. So, for example, I had a very strong aversion to whaling. I don't like cruelty to animals full stop, but whaling was something I felt really, really passionate about. And it was disproportionate to every other animal. And then I discovered that I had had a lifetime where I was an Eskimo and I had had to kill whales to eat. And when I forgave myself for doing that, then it became back in proportion to everything else. It wasn't screaming at me anymore. So we hold viewpoints, we hold our judgments in our face. So often you see people, with worry lines across their forehead or frown lines across their forehead. You can see worry lines and grief we hold around our eyes. But if somebody has lines above their lips, above their top lip, that often indicates that they spend a lot of time with pursed lips and they are judgmental. Not necessarily, often smokers have it too, but it can indicate that. If somebody has a downturned mouth, it can indicate that they have had something happen to them they have felt resentful and bitter about. If you see somebody whose face is asymmetrical, maybe their smile is a little bit wonky or one eye is a little bit wonky, this can indicate they are holding judgments in that area. When they release the judgments, that their face will actually return back to being symmetrical again. It can be a genetic disposition, but it can also be we're holding judgments in our face. So what you really need to know is that you are God in human form. Every experience is for your soul growth, your soul lessons, for you to remember your divinity, for your soul healing, your healing, etc., etc. Make it a mantra that there are no good or bad or right or wrong experiences. All experiences are neutral. It is purely the way we judge them that causes the problems. So make a list of anybody that you need to forgive, including yourself, and see all those experiences as neutral. See them from a higher perspective. They were purely for your soul growth, etc. And see them through the lens of love rather than from your ego. And you need to forgive them or forgive yourself. And in the end, you need to come to a state of having gratitude for what happened to you. Gratitude for your soul lessons. Gratitude for your soul growth, etc. Okay, this might take a little bit of time. It may take years for you to get to that stage, but it's something that's worth persevering with. There are lots of videos on my YouTube channel about forgiveness because it is one of my big things, my soul lessons this lifetime. So there are lots of forgiveness help on my YouTube channel. What I would do is, if you're interested in this, is just say to God, dear God, I intend, choose and pray to release my judgments and to stop judging and to learn a lesson about this, and I ask for the highest possible help with this. And you only need to say it once. If you want, you can keep repeating it if you want, but it is something you can just say once. And then what you need to do is use your awareness, and every time that you notice that you are judging, and it's your ego that judges, your personality self, not your divine being. So your personality self, your human part of you that is judging, and all you need to do is listen to that little voice inside your head. Maybe it's judging a situation, maybe it's judging somebody else as being better than you or not as good as you, that kind of thing. And all you need to say is, okay, there's no need to judge ego, it's just a neutral experience, and I choose change. And when you're actually choosing change, when you're actually saying that, you're actually saying to the universe, okay, I'm aware here, I'm not standing in my highest truth, and I'm giving away my power to my ego, and I actually want help with this. When you actually use your awareness and you've got the lesson, then Spirit, God, the angelic realm, sending masters, etc., will come in and help you with it. It's really hard for them to help you if you haven't learned the lesson, because it's kind of like a parent doing their child's homework. But once you learn the lesson, okay, I can feel myself judging, I need to stop this, and I need to change. I need help with change because it's something that I've done for the last 50 years, and so it has become a habit and a behavior pattern. So you're saying to God, okay, I want to step up and I need help, and then Spirit will come and help you. Okay, so we are going to be using the Christ unwinding technique now to help you. Now, if you don't know, if you haven't used this before, this is a technique I developed with Yeshua a few years ago, and it helps you replace limiting beliefs, thought patterns, and clear stuck emotional energy from your body. It's called the Christ unwinding technique, but Christ light is source energy. It doesn't matter what religion you are, whether you're an atheist, it works for everybody. And it works we're going to read sentences as though they were written across the inside of your forehead. Just wait for that noise. You're going to read sentences across the inside of your forehead. Now, if you're illiterate, it doesn't matter, you'll just have to imagine they're there. But if you can read, it actually works better if you can actually see your sentences. Now, some people will be able to see them, other people will find it difficult and will just have to imagine they're there. And if you're finding it difficult to see them, it is because your mind is judging that you're not safe, worthy, or deserving of seeing them. So all you have to keep doing is repeating, I am safe, worthy, and deserving to see my sentences, and eventually you will be able to. So all you have to do is sit somewhere quietly and just say, I call upon the Christ light to help me. Then with your eyes shut, you are going to read the following two sentences across the inside of your forehead. So the first one is, I am God, having an experience for my soul. Now don't worry if you can't spell everything, if English isn't your first language and you can't spell everything, it's your intention that counts, so it really doesn't matter. So I am God, having an experience for my soul. Then underneath it, I choose to see all experiences as neutral. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. Then you're going to see your two sentences. They're going to go up into the air and they're going to go round your mind, up and down and around, weaving around and around, repeating your sentences over again. I am God, having an experience for my soul, and I choose to see all experiences as neutral. As they weave around, they're just creating new neural pathways in your brain, new thought patterns. Then you're going to see your sentences, they're going to start to spiral anti-clockwise down through your head, down through your throat, down the center of your body, reading your sentences. I am God, having an experience for my soul. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. See your sentences spiraling anti-clockwise down through the middle of your belly, down through the middle of your pelvis. Then they're going to spiral down between the gap in your legs all the way to the floor, reading your sentences. I am God, having an experience for my soul. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. Then when they reach the floor, you're either going to see them going off into the distance or down into the ground. Then we're going to repeat that. We're going to see your sentences being written on the inside of your forehead again. I am God, having an experience for my soul. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. And this time you're going to see your sentences, they're going to spiral up your left hand, up your left arm, over your left elbow, up your left upper arm. Then when they reach your left shoulder, you're going to spiral them across the top of your back to your right shoulder, reading your sentences. I am God, having an experience for my soul. When they reach your right shoulder, spiral them back across to your left. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. When they've reached your left shoulder again, spiral them down the left side of your upper body. Reading your sentences. I am God, having an experience for my soul. Down the left side of your belly. Down the left side of your pelvis. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. Down your left thigh. I am God, having an experience for my soul. Over your left knee and down your left calf. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. And seeing your sentences going over your left foot and again off into the distance or down into the ground. Then we're just going to do the same again, seeing your sentences across the inside of your forehead. I am God, having an experience for my soul. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. This time you're going to see your sentences spiral up the right side. So you're going to see them spiral up your right hand, up your right arm, over your right elbow, and up your right upper arm. When they reach your right shoulder, spiral them across the top of your back to your left one. Reading your sentences, I am God, having an experience for my soul. When they reach your left shoulder, spiral them back across to your right. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. Spiral them down the right side of your upper body. I am God, having an experience for my soul. Down the right side of your pelvis. Your belly. Down the right side of your belly. Down the right side of your pelvis. I am God, having an experience for my soul. Down your right thigh. Over your right knee and down your right calf. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. You see your sentences spiraling across your right foot and then down into the distance. Down into the ground or off into the distance. Then you're just going to read your sentences across the inside of your forehead again. I am God, having an experience for my soul. And then underneath, I choose to see all experiences as neutral. This time you're going to see your sentences, they're going to go outwards. And we just ask for your sentences to be sent across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Then lastly, we just finish off with our sentences being written on the outside of our body. So we start off with writing them across the top of our head. Doesn't matter which way you go, left to right or back to forwards. So writing your sentences across the top of your head. I am God, having an experience for my soul. I choose to see all experience as neutral. Then you're going to write them on the outside of your forehead. Doesn't matter if it's left to right or right to left. I am God, having an experience for my soul. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. Then you're going to see your sentences written across your higher heart, which is here. I am God, having an experience for my soul. I forgot the words. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. Lastly, see them written in big, beautiful white letters across the center of your chest. I am God having an experience for my soul. I choose to see all experiences as neutral. And then we say thank you to the Christ light. And then it's good if you can use this technique every day, maybe even more than once a day, but try and do it at least 2 or 3 times a week. But change your sentences around. So feel free to bring in new ones. Make sure they're in the positive and present tense. So it's I am something, I am safe, rather than I'm not unsafe or I'm becoming safe. It is I am safe. It works really well if you begin your sentences with I am, because you're strengthening your I am presence. I've just got a few other suggestions here. I choose to forgive easily. I choose gratitude, abundance, and ease. I am free of all harmful judgments. I am sovereign. I choose to see life through the lens of love. I choose to participate in me. That one came through as a channel, not from me. I now see all experiences from a higher perspective. I choose to make the shift. Now, the other thing you can do, which I've just been reminded of, I have a lot of videos on my YouTube page about using Hebrew letters. Each Hebrew letter is a spiritual symbol, and each Hebrew letter helps you with different aspects. So, for example, the letter Kuf is to release shame. But there is a very good one which will help you if you are judgmental, and if you look at the video, it's Bet. So it's B-E-I-T. If you look up that video using the Hebrew letter Bet, and the best place to put it would be in your third eye, because it's our third eye that gets clogged up and it keeps us stuck in the illusion of the third dimension. So living the illusion in the third dimension. So when you use Bet, it helps cut through the illusion. So using it in your third eye is a really good way for you to release viewpoints and judgments, etc. Okay, so I hope that helped. Much love and many blessings from my heart to yours.